Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back again to share with you a new scrapbooking layout. This is just a single page 12 by 12 layout that I created first of all by designing it in Cricut Design Space and then cutting it with my Cricut Explore. This layout is actually a scrap lift of a layout done by Claudia over on Instagram. Her Instagram is I gotta double check it. Creative CCR or CCR Creative. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I will leave her Instagram link down below so you can check out her Instagram account if you are interested. She's amazing. So I wanted to make this layout mixed media layout as well. So I used a mini mister that I mixed some rubbing alcohol with and re-inker, and I sprayed the background with some mint ink. I used Close to My Heart re-inker, and then I also added some splatter using the re-inker as well. And then I decided to pull out some Dilutions ink that I've had in my stash for quite a while. It's a darker shade of sort of like the teal color, and I sprinkled that over top of it as well just to give it a little bit of depth and just one more layer. I'm using my Tombow Mono liquid glue to glue this floral cut file to the layout base that was layered over top of the mixed media, and then my title and actually everything else is going to be layered over top of that. This is the focal point in my layout, and I wanted it to stand out a little bit more other than just having everything layered over top of a plain white background. Most of it is covered up, but you do see little parts of it peeking out. So that's a win for me. I think it's perfect. I don't like having too much mixed media poking out because I feel like it ends up just not looking as nice, I guess. I decided to map my photos, which are printed at 2 by 3 inches, to some pattern paper that I had in my stash. I pulled that paper out of an ancient K&Co mini paper pad that I've had forever. It's so old that it's just falling apart. The glue that holds it together isn't there anymore. So if I rip a page out, an entire chunk of the pad falls off. That's how old I've had it. So I matted that to my photos. So the photos are slightly larger than 2 by 3 inches, and they got layered over top of the die cut flower that acts as the O in the word done in my title. That is actually what the title is. It's done. In case you weren't sure, I did hand stitch the D, N, and E in the word done for just a little bit more texture. I can't not. I love my stitching. I decided not to stitch the flower because most of it would be hidden, and I didn't want it to be hidden. I wanted it to be out in the open and noticeable, so I just did the rest of the letters in my title. There are some leaves that are being adhered with the flower as well, so I'm just putting those together right now. I'll glue 2 of them together to make one little cluster, and then the last one will be adhered to the top part of the flower. So I'm just doing the bottom one right now. And I'm just using my tape runner to glue that to the layout base. And then I'll do the same with the top one. Now that I have those adhered, or when I have those adhered, I will be adding more to my title. I die cut the word finally, and I'm going to adhere it over top of the word done. So the entire title is going to be finally done, or done finally, however you want to read it. It both works. I used my Tombow Mono liquid glue to adhere that to the title, especially since there's stitching, there's fibers in the way. I find that liquid glue is the best bet to keep those letters in place. With that adhered, I move on to my journaling. I did it the same way I always do. I made my own little strips. I wrote my journaling in between it, and then I cut it out with some scissors and then glue it to the layout base. This layout in the end is really super simple and came together rather quickly. I do add some more splatter towards the end of this video because I wanted to pull some more yellow into the layout. I know that there's some yellow poking out from the torn pieces of paper at the top and the bottom of the layout, but I didn't feel like there was enough there to really draw your attention to it. So I took some yellow, I believe I used Canary re-inker from Close to My Heart, and I'll use that to add some splatter. I'm adhering my journaling strips with a combination of liquid glue. After everything is all said and done, I actually go back and I add some foam squares to the parts of the journaling that's hanging off of other stuff that's been popped up. Because there's glue on it, I'm afraid that it's going to end up adhering to the layout base, and I don't want that to happen. So I went back with foam squares that I cut in half, just the little ones, and put those underneath the journaling strips. I decided to add a couple of phrase stickers to one of the photos. I pulled one out of Tim Holt's phrase sticker book, from the Small Talk sticker book, and then I found another one from the Cocoa Vanilla Sun-Kissed collection. It was perfect. It said "out of here," and I was like, oh, on the last day of school, there's no better phrase than "out of here." If only I could have added the word "I'm." I should have made that the title. It was perfect anyways. So I put that on the bottom of the photo, and that brings me to the end of this process. Here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this layout and my layout process. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up and a like. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Happy Sunday, have a fantastic week, and I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye friends.